Hello everyone and a very big welcome to all the learners across the globe. आज हम उस टॉपिक पे ट्यूटोरियल करेंगे जो हमारा लॉन्ग टाइम से पेंडिंग है. Our today's topic is non-finite verbs. ये टॉपिक हमने काफ़ी देर पहले स्टार्ट किया था लेकिन due to some reasons I was not able to complete it. So today we will finish it off. So it would be non-finite verbs and their types. First of all, let's recall about non-finite verbs. These verbs are not actually bound with the subject. They are independent of the subject. They do not play any role that is in accordance with the subject. Rather, they act as a noun, adjective and adverb in a sentence. And definitely they are not the main verb. And they do not show the tense, mood or gender of the sentence as well. Let's see some examples now. Let's see some examples. Swimming is a beneficial exercise. You can see that word swimming is actually a verb in itself, but here it is not used as a verb, rather it is used as a noun. So it is a non-finite verb. I wish to learn guitar. Here the word to learn is actually a verb, but here in this sentence it is used as an adverb. That is why it is a non-finite verb. The last sentence, it was a tiring journey. Here the word tiring is actually a verb, but here it is used as an adjective, so it is a non-finite verb. Now comes the types of non-finite verbs. Let's see non-finite verbs कितने types के होते हैं. Non-finite verbs are actually of three types: infinitives, gerunds and participles. ये इनकी three main categories हैं, लेकिन further इन तीन main categories की सब categories भी हैं. Let's see them. Infinitives have the subcategory of bare infinitive. Gerunds are used as subject, direct object, object of preposition and subject complement. Whereas participles are of two types, present participle and past participle. So in today's video we are going to discuss all these, the main categories as well as the subtopics also. So let's get started now. First of all comes the infinitive. Let's see what are actually infinitives. These are the base form of the verb with which to is added to make an infinitive, and it does not act as a verb because it is a non-finite verb, and rather it works as a noun, adjective or adverb in a sentence. Let's understand them. Some examples for the better understanding of the infinitives. I love to swim. Here the word swim is added to with it and it is used as a noun in the sentence. The person to call is Emma. Here the verb call is used with to and it is used as an adjective. I can't wait to see. To see, here it is an adverb. So you can see that infinitives are used as a noun, as an adjective or as an adverb in the sentence. And the subcategory of infinitives is the bare infinitives. Infinitives के साथ हम to लगाते हैं, लेकिन जब bare infinitives आते हैं तो हम वो to को हटा देते हैं, लेकिन फिर हम उसको पहचानते कैसे हैं? Let's see that. Base form of verb but without to, that is bare infinitive. It is placed after the main verb. Bare infinitives की ये पहचान है कि ये main verb के बाद में आते हैं. There are examples. We saw the ship sail. यहाँ पे we can see there are the main verb is saw and the word sail comes after the main verb, so it is a bare infinitive. And again, the second sentence, they heard the doorbell ring. Ring word is actually a verb, and heard verb is also actually a verb. But heard is the main verb in the sentence, and ring is used as a bare infinitive without to. The next one are the gerunds. Let's see what are gerunds. A verb which function as a noun is called a gerund. ऐसा verb जो noun के जैसे function करे, that is a gerund. The point of origin is a Latin word gerere, which is transformed into gerund in the modern English. Modern English में हम इसको gerund कहते हैं, लेकिन Latin word जो इसका origin point है, उसमें इसको gerere कहा जाता था. And all the gerunds end with ing always, and they are used as a thing or as an idea. किसी idea या किसी चीज़ को denote करने के लिए हम gerunds को use करते हैं. Let's see some examples of the gerunds. Dancing is one of my hobbies. Here the word dancing हम रेगुलर यूज में इसको वर्ब कहते हैं, लेकिन यहाँ पे उस वर्ब को हम एज अ नाउन ट्रीट कर रहे हैं. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ जेरेंट विच इज अ नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब. He has won many awards for swimming. Again, the word swimming is used as a noun here, so it is a gerund. Students are protesting against ragging in colleges. Again, the word ragging, which is in normal usage a verb, here it is used as a noun, so it is a gerund. That is a non-finite verb. Then comes the types of gerunds. के gerunds को हम किस किस तरह से या किन ways में हम use करते हैं. Gerunds को हम 4 ways में use कर सकते हैं: as a subject, direct object, object of preposition, and the last one is object complement. Let's understand them better with examples. Subject हम कैसे use करते हैं? Let's see this example. Cooking is my favorite hobby. Here the word cooking is used as a subject, as a noun in the sentence. That is why it is a gerund. Then how it is used as a direct object? My friends admire my cooking skills. यहाँ पे जो डायरेक्ट ऑब्जेक्ट है, मतलब जिस चीज़ के बारे में या जिस चीज़ के बारे में रेफरेंस दी जा रही है वो डायरेक्ट है. दैट इज द कुकिंग स्किल्स. दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ gerund. नेक्स्ट कम द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ प्रेपोजिशन. कि प्रेपोजिशन का ऑब्जेक्ट या प्रेपोजिशन के रेफरेंस में किसकी बात हो रही है. आई हैव रिसीव्ड अ लॉट ऑफ एक्कोलेट्स फॉर माई कुकिंग. मैंने अपनी कुकिंग के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा प्रशंसा जीती है. किस चीज़ के लिए प्रशंसा जीती है मैंने? फॉर माई कुकिंग. हेयर द प्रेपोजिशन इज फॉर, विच इज़ फर्दर रेफरिंग टू कुकिंग. दैट इज द ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ प्रेपोजिशन. देन कम सब्जेक्ट कॉम्प्लीमेंट. माई फेवरेट हॉबी इज कुकिंग, एंड हेयर वी आर सेइंग द सब्जेक्ट इज माई फेवरेट हॉबी. उसको कंप्लीट क्या कर रहा है? वर्ड कुकिंग. So it completes the subject, it completes the meaning of the subject. That is why it is the subject complement. Okay, the last form of the non-finite verbs are the participles. Let's see about them now. What are participles? Actually, participles are the toughest of all the non-finites to understand because their function varies according to the sentence. ये function sentence to sentence इनका function vary करता है, इस वजह से इनको समझना थोड़ा सा tricky है. A verb that acts as an adjective, an adverb to create verb tense and to create passive voice. ये 4 function हैं जो participles play करते हैं. It can act as an adjective, it can act as an adverb in a sentence. Also जब हम verb tense create करते हैं, verb tenses चलते हैं जिसकी past form, फर्स्ट फॉर्म, सेकंड फॉर्म, थर्ड फॉर्म वर्ब की, उसको क्रिएट करने में भी पार्टिसिपल्स हेल्प करते हैं। प्लस जब हम पैसिव वॉइस बनाते हैं, एक्टिव पैसिव वॉइस में पैसिव वॉइस बनाते हैं, तो उसमें भी participles play a major role. The types of participles. There are two types of participles basically. Present participle and past participle. ये past participle की दो major forms हैं, present participle and past participle. Let's discuss them one by one now. Okay, let's start with the present participle. Adding ing to the base form of the verb. जब हम base form of verb में ing लगाते हैं तब वो present participle बन जाता है. Base form को हम first form of verb भी कहते हैं. Let's see one example for this. Eat plus ing makes eating. Here eat is the verb's first form, the base form of the verb. इसके साथ जब हमने ing जोड़ा तो it became eating, which is the present participle of eat. Present participle can function as an adjective and it highlights and modifies the noun. Present participle जो है as an adjective काम करता है और noun को highlight करता है, noun को modify करता है. Let's see the examples. The winning team got the prize. In this sentence, जो noun है team, it is modified, it is highlighted by the word winning. Winning, here the adjective, is actually a verb in itself, and it is formed by adding ing to the base form win. It is a present participle which is acting as an adjective. The driving lessons are necessary for getting the license. Again, here the noun lessons is highlighted by the adjective driving. It is formed by adding ing to the base form drive, and it becomes the present participle form of drive. It also helps in the formation of continuous tenses. जब हम continuous tenses बनाते हैं, चाहे वो present continuous है, past continuous है या future continuous है, उसमें भी हमें present participle बहुत help करता है. They are watching television. She was praying in the morning. We will be baking a cake. All these are examples of present, past and future continuous tenses which are formed with the help of present participle. The highlighted words are the present participle form. So let's see about past participles now. We add ed, etd or n to the base form of the verb to make the past participle form. For example, cooked, swollen, burnt, hoped, broken. These are all the past participles form of the base verbs. And they act as an adjective. She threw the burnt chapatis away. She placed the cut flowers in the vase. अब कुछ words हैं जिनका form change नहीं होता, जो उनका form है वो वैसे ही रहता है, जैसे कि word cut. Here it is used as an adjective with the words flowers, but it is the past participle. Then again it helps to create the passive form of the verb. She was taken to the hospital by her son. The fire had burnt the whole place down. These are the passive forms which are created with the help of past participles. So let's revise what we have learned till now. Verbs are actually of two types: finite verbs and non-finite verbs. Finite verbs के लिए आप मेरा एक और ट्यूटोरियल जो फाइनाइट वर्ब्स के ऊपर ही है सारा, वो आप रेफ़र कर सकते हैं. आज के ट्यूटोरियल में हमने नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब्स पढ़ा, तो हम उसी के ऊपर फोकस करेंगे. नॉन फाइनाइट वर्ब्स आर फर्दर ऑफ थ्री टाइप्स: इन्फिनिटिव्स, gerunds, participles. Again, they have their subtypes. Infinitives have bare infinitives. Gerunds are used in four ways: subject, direct object, object of prepositions, and subject complement. And participles have two forms: present participles and past participles. So that's all for today's videos, friend. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the channel for more informative stuff. And also mention in the comment section what more topics you would like to watch in these tutorials. Thank you so much for watching.